2016 Rivals 250 4-star Drake Jackson. Drake, let's just talk about practice today. How's it going?
Practice is going good. The intensity's up and everything. Everybody's excited to be out here. We're looking forward to our first scrimmage.
Happy to be practicing at nighttime. I mean, this is a 8:30 start practice. You know, how's it going for you?
Well, it's a lot cooler than it is. It's not as hot. You know, everybody has time to rest, get all their stuff done, maybe go to work before practice so it doesn't interfere with anything. But it works out for everybody.
All right, let's just talk about what you're doing this summer as far as conditioning. Your dad's telling me about your training program. What's it called?
It's called Excel, Sports Science and Fitness.
And what do you do there, and how much has that really helped you?
Man, what don't we do though? We do a bunch of stuff. It's we were there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's weightlifting, conditioning, core strength, technique work. It's a load.
And who's the guy that runs it there?
The owner is named Jeremy Armstrong, and one of the employees is Ellery Moore, an ex-UK player. Played in the pros for a little bit, so we work out with both those guys.
You know, let's turn to recruitment. You have the Alabama offer now. You have Kentucky, tons of connections. You know, one right there. Plenty more. You know, with the catering company and all those other things. You know, where are you at right now as far as your recruitment?
I'm taking it all in. I'm still waiting for some more offers. You know, I want to make sure I have all my options there. You know, my timetable is sometime next spring, maybe summer even. So I'm just trying to take visits, see what's going on with all the other schools, see how much they want me, and see what else comes in. Right now, for the rest of the summer, I'm done. I'm focused on football season. I'll probably end up going to some games, but so far all the visits are over.
Whose games are you on? I know, of course, you'll be at Kentucky.
Yeah. I'd like to make the Iron Bowl, Alabama and Auburn. That'd be an awesome game to go to. We'll see what else happens, what other schools want me to come up, watch a game, see how open we are with our schedule and everything, but I'd like to hit up some games.
What do you think about Ohio State Friday Night Lights camp?
The Ohio State camp was awesome. A lot of good competition there. We got to work underneath a huge stadium, 115,000. There had to be maybe 4,000 or 5,000 Ohio State fans there watching the camp. I've never seen that before. So that was really cool, but the camp went great. Working with the coaches was great. They seemed very interested. So.
You know, Ohio State's kind of there. I know that you like them. Yeah. You like Kentucky. Would you say that's your top three? I know that Ohio State hasn't offered.
Yeah, you could say that because I've shown a lot of interest in them, and they've shown a lot of interest in me. Yeah, there's some other schools I'm interested in. So, like I said, that's why I'm gonna wait it out a little bit, see who else comes calling. But it's not a very set top three, but
who else are you interested in?
Some other SEC schools. I think some schools are about to offer, but we'll see.
You know, who else are you all talking to? You know, everybody knows about your offer and obviously your relationship with Ohio State. Who else is kind of in there, maybe in the dark a little bit?
I think Tennessee is close to offering. I'm interested in a school like Notre Dame. Some other SEC schools, mostly SEC schools, maybe some Big Ten schools. So those are kind of the schools that are showing a lot of interest.
They said that a decision might even come, this spring or this summer. How much, what do schools have to do to get you to that point to where you would maybe want to make a commitment? I
don't know. Maybe just I want to feel like I'm at home. So at home, I want to like the coaching staff. I really got to like the style of play. So I just want to feel at home.
Now, arguably, I would say your best relationship with Kentucky, just because of how long you've been with them. Go through you and Coach Schlarman's kind of your relationship a little bit.
Man, Coach Schlarman and I are real good friends. He was a lot like me. I think I'm a lot like him. He's from Kentucky and everything. So I have a good relationship with him. He's an awesome guy, really enthusiastic, really smart, just upbeat, just a great guy to know.
I mean, you talked a while ago, I think it was at UK's Junior Day, and you were talking about saying that, you got some of the guys from out of town's number, and you're going to make sure that they get back to Kentucky. Yeah. Kind of recruiting a little bit before, even committing, or, who knows if you even will commit to Kentucky, Is that part of the thing with you,
Well, I mean, I am very interested in Kentucky, but I do think that it's a great school, and I really like them a lot, so I'm trying to, I think some other players should show interest. Just because I think it's a fit for some of those guys. So, I'm just trying to make connections, help everybody out, have them help me out. So that's what's going on.
You're really starting to become the best center in the country. I mean, you're the only center ranked in the country in the Rivals 250. Among other things, you've shown out at camps. How does it feel to just kind of be on top right now?
Well, it's nice. It's fun. I mean, playing to be a center, that is my true position. That's what I'm projected as. It just shows that all the hard work is paying off. All the camps that I was successful at. So it's fun, but it doesn't mean everything. I mean, offers are more important than any ranking. So
yeah. So you have Kentucky, you have Alabama. You said maybe Tennessee. How much will you get to those schools during the season?
Well, of course, I'll be at Kentucky multiple times, just because I'm so close to them. Like I said, I would love to make the Iron Bowl. That's always a great game each year. Each team, Auburn, Alabama should be a top 5 school, so that'd be a heck of a game to go to. Maybe a trip down to Tennessee. It's beautiful down there. I'm going to be up at Ohio State sometime for a game. So those are the schools right now that I know I'm going to be at: Kentucky, Alabama, and Ohio State. But I'd like to go to some other schools. But for now, those are the 3.
You're at the top of the 2016 class here in Kentucky too, and a lot of those guys are starting to get recognition. Other than just you, and I think there's 6 guys in the class that have Division I offers already.
It's a loaded class.
Yeah, it is a loaded class. How much you talk to those guys? I know you and Landon Young have a really good relationship.
Well, out of those 6, I played middle school football. I played with Sam for 4 years, Sam Letton, but he's out of state now. But
Georgia.
Yeah, down to Georgia. I played with Zaire Hughes. He's a good friend of mine. I was actually with him when he committed. He just walked right into the room. So I know Zaire. Landon Young's a good friend of mine. Quentin Baker actually is a really good friend of mine. I haven't met D. Kane or Keon Wakefield yet though, but I know the other guys.
So how much does Landon recruit you?
He's pretty laid back. He talks about it, says, "Hey man, wouldn't it be awesome to play next to each other?" But I think he's really focused on getting himself better and his team better. So but yeah, he talks about it a little bit.
Are you making your recruitment? If you ended your recruitment in the spring or this summer, it would be kind of ending it early. Is that by design so you can try to build a class around you?
Yes, it is. If I go to a place and I really feel like home, then I really want to build that up because anything to help my school out. Get it over early so I can focus on getting myself better, bigger, stronger, and just building up a class to really help the school out.
When your name first started going around, it was Drake Jackson. He's a little undersized. How do you feel like where's that talk at now?
Well, I kind of embrace it, to be honest with you. It's always kind of fun to be not really just kind of not thought against, but people think that you can't do it. When you prove them wrong, it's great. I mean, I am a little bit undersized, but true centers really are around 6 foot 2. So I enjoy it. I mean, it doesn't affect me anymore now that I got some offers under my belt. People know more about me, so I'm not just the undersized kid.
We've talked for a while, joked around. You're a pretty joking kid.
Yeah,
you have a good personality, things like that. But when you get on the field and you strap it on, everybody talks about that mean streak. Go into just the whole thing of getting into the zone and just being mean and ferocious.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm a different person. People don't realize what kind of person I am until they meet me in person. Just because they see my film, they see the little extra shove, they see the pancakes and everything. So they see the mean streak, but it's just what you got to be. Some of the best football players ever are really nice people. You just got to be able to hit that switch, and that's the difference between some guys is if they can hit that switch or not.
Your dad has really worked with you. I mean, he, we were joking. I said he bred the perfect center.
He did.
So, how much has he come into this? I mean, are you the guy that you are and the football player you are because of your dad?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, without my family, I wouldn't be where I am. Just because my older brother Ridge over there and my dad, they've really helped me become who I am. They both have experience. My dad, my brother was undersized a little bit, so he knows what it's like. But no, they've helped me a lot. I mean, I'd say 100% without a doubt. I wouldn't be where I am without them.
Okay, let's talk about Alabama just a little bit, and I'll let you get out of here. Okay. Alabama, like you said, a lineman factory. All the things that come from them. How are you working on building that relationship with Alabama?
I do call the coaches once a week. The schools that have shown a lot of interest, I do call them once a week. I've been down there for a visit and I absolutely loved it. It's a great place. I mean, it is Alabama. So like you said, it is a factory. So, I am building a relationship with the O-line coach and one of the directors. So they're super great guys, great coaches. They have a great history. I mean, half that staff used to be a head coach somewhere. So that's something to, they're gonna be a contender. So.
We've talked about the Kentucky class, and your class especially is getting attention, as a very talented class. And, we don't have a good stigma in Kentucky about how our you know, what our players are and our talent level is here. You know, how are you working to turn that around as you know, the #1 center in the country?
Well, I don't think I'm the only one who's turning it around. I think, you know, the surrounding players have done a great job. I mean, you look at Damian Harris, of course, you can't leave his name out. The class above me was one of the best classes ever, too. I think the past couple of years, you know, Kentucky's really stood out. So, I mean, everybody in our class, they're all getting national attention. They're all, you know, they're all great athletes, and they're really putting a name with Kentucky.
All right, you brought him up, I didn't, but we got to talk about him now. You said Damian Harris, you said the name. Damian and you both have Kentucky and Alabama offers. He has an Ohio State offer too. It seems
He's got
like,
offers from everywhere.
Yeah, of course. And you know, you know, you guys are getting recruited by the same schools. How much do you all talk about recruitment?
You know, to be honest with you, we've talked a little bit, but there hasn't been any, hey, you need to check out this guy or check out this school. There really hasn't been any of that. I mean, he's a nice guy. Hear a lot of good things about him. We've talked a little bit. He's playing in the Army game too, like I am, but we're not in the same year. So, but like you said, there's a lot of similarities. He's only about 45 minutes away from here. So he's a great player. You know, it's nice to be mentioned with him anytime.
What, I mean, how many talks have you all shared, and have you guys talked about, you know, any type of, okay, you know, it'd be cool to go play with each other?
A little bit, you know. It's more coming from the outside, you know. On Twitter every single day there's someone, hey, Drake Jackson, you need a block for Damian Harris at this school. Yeah. So no, I've talked to him. I've texted him a little bit, but I'd like to build a little bit more of a relationship with him just because he's a great name to know.
So say it one more time, when can a decision come?
When can this, well, it kind of depends. I mean, you know, when I feel comfortable, it could come as early as, you know, February, March-ish, but I don't want to drag it out. I don't want to be that signing day guy.
So you're not going to wait, you won't even, do you think, is there any chance that you'll make it into your senior year?
There is, if some of the major factors, you know, that I like in some schools go south. But no, the goal is not to, because, you know, you don't want to make a rush decision that you don't feel comfortable with a couple months after signing day.